Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, hope everybody's doing well, being good, being safe. The Inquisition has begun once again. Yep. Let's see. Any announcements? Let's see. This Sunday we'll be having our another live call-in show. So if you have any questions or you want to put your 2 cents in on any lore theories or give your own lore theories, uh, this Sunday at 7 o'clock Texas time, Central Standard Time, um, you can come by, get in queue, and tell us. Let the world know. Let them hear your voice. Anyway, so we're back at it. We're going to be trying to beat some bosses while we look at some lore, discuss some lore, and see what's interesting. What can we find tonight? The game is huge. There's always something, right? There's always some interpretation that we're missing. I got my coffee, turning off the lights. It's time to relax, enjoy some Elden Ring, help the people. And yeah, enjoy life. Welcome back, Boss Saucer, the one and only, the scholar of the Inquisition right here. Not Godwin here, the not Godwin of the Inquisition. He's back. They're back. Let's see. What am I? Oh, okay. So, I was playing some seamless co-op earlier today with some buddies. Boss was there. He was listening. It was great. It was great fun. Seamless co-op's a lot of fun. I do enjoy it. Where am I? Oh, Scorpion Catacombs. Did I see your latest post? Let me. I'm not sure. I'll have to. Wait, I'm gonna say no since I'm not sure what it is. Where'd you put it? Oh wait, was it? Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's another part of the water cycle. Oh yeah, if you want to hear more of Boss's water cycle, you need to jump onto the Discord. The link for the Discord should be in the show notes, and I'll oh, you know what? I should open up the Discord and get a link, a temporary link for the chat, just in case anybody wants to get in there and see the latest on the development of the water cycle. It's his life work. He's putting everything he's got into it. And you know what? It's good. Here we go. Let me put that there for any future people. Boss, I'll have to look at it here after I'm done here, man. Give it a good analyses. Let's see. You know what? Let's beat some bosses. Let's beat some bosses real quick, or try. It's new game +3. Let's go. Let's go back to. Oh wait, I'm trapped in here. Okay, let's beat this boss real quick then. All right. Oh. I hate those guys. Oh. All right. And while we're in here, we'll put our summon sign out. We have our blue sign signal to help out anybody that needs help from the Inquisition, to fight off invaders. Our red capes are from the blood of the invaders. Oh, it's this one. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll come back here through here and lure through this place once we beat it. We gotta be careful because these guys will tear you up pretty quick if you're not careful. All right, let's see. Your Pharaohs, welcome back, man. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Oh shit. Distracted. Whose side is he working on? Let's see. You know what? You know what would be really interesting? Whoever's the first person to summon us, we'll do a little bit of lore theorizing of where we get summoned. Well, random lore theorizing. Completely. Here we go. Let's see. Boom. Well, don't really need any items. We'll just bum rush through this place. There's one thing about the catacombs here in the Land of Shadow is that they're so deep. They're deep and they're complicated. Oh, let me see what Boss is saying here. Boss says, it seems Godwin's death and the shadow realming of the Tower Kingdom was not close because these Death Knights needed to get there. Exactly. That's the way I feel too. And I'm kind of working on a video. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it done. Oh, I'll get it done, even if it's a partial theory, just because I think the realm of shadow was definitely knocked, or it was, well, let me say this. It was before the establishment of the Golden Order, meaning it was before Radigan was the Elden Lord. I'll say that. And so we know it was not, it was, oh God, it was before that time. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. No. Yes. Sorry that slayed you, bro. Oh, yeah. That slayed me, bro. Okay, yeah. So, hold on. Let me say this, right? let me rethink my statement there. Now that I think about it, now that you bring up Ronnie, and I hadn't thought about that. The crusade, all right, the crusade was before the Knight of Black Knights, before Radigan or was Elden Lord, right? It was before that, right? Because the Golden Order didn't start until Radigan had established it when he became Elden Lord, when he started posing as Marika, right? We know Rani and all of them, they were alive. Mesmer was there, right? But we know that it was before Godfrey's banishment or sometime in between, because we can see, well, we can't see now, but I will go show you. Once, hold on, ding. Well, wait. Hold on. Let me get past through this this section here now. I will definitely go through it with you. 1 second. Let me. Sorry, I don't want to end up dying and wasting people's times. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the Crusade, yeah, it was definitely before. So it happened between when It had to happen when the House of Caria, the Ray Lucaria, the Liurnia, and the Erdtree were at peace. So it was during Radagon's marriage to Renala, right? Some Knights of the Crusade did. Exactly, right? But there's physical evidence to show that it was during this time, during the marriage of Radagon and Renala. Besides, Renala being there, and, the Carian Knights being with Mesmer and the Erdtree because of the alliance was still in place. So that is one thing. And another thing that we see, another point to add to that, is that we also see that the Mesmer soldiers, or the knights, only use Ashes of War and incantations that are associated with Lindell, which is the capital, right? And Godfrey, or Godfrey Ashes of War, or spells, or stuff like that, crucible spells and things of that nature. They never use, when you see them cast their any spells, they're always, none of them are golden order spells. They're always capital spells. 1 second. Oh. I tank them. They need help. From RSE E-Girl. They need help from an E-Girl. Maybe she has anime feet. Hopefully they're not hacking where they have like instant heal. Oh. Well, dang. I blessed them. All right, let me see what Saucer has to say here. It's true. You know what's true, because America still had 2 braids in the Shadowland statues, and the lands between only had 1 braid. Yeah, that could be it. Time pollution plus shattering. Oh snap! 1 second, Godwin. All right. Time pollution plus shattering equals causality fractured but whole. I failed phonics. I mean, algebra, bro. Oh God. Will you make that a little bit clearer, just for my sake? And the lands between statues and the churches are most of the Golden Order period. The older ones remodeled. Yes, I think. God, I hope there's a gray soon. Dang, that fool. Really? Oh, it's a Death Knight. Oh, time is broken. Okay. Time is broken. Locations are trapped and time are trapped in time because time and space entangled in an unbreakable knot. All right, let me ask you a question, Godwin, because that question can easily be confusing. So I'll ask a question. Okay, time and space is broken. Locations are trapped in time because time and space are entangled in an unbreakable knot. Are you talking as both realms, Elden Earth and the Shadowlands, or just the Shadowlands by itself? Who's? Oh, it's a what you call it? Knight, isn't it? Isn't it? All right, let's put away the good sword. Let's get some lightning protection. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We'll get this. Cause what's the point of? You can't do damage if you're dead, right? So that's why I always put on so many protection stuff. Do that. All right. Where is the goon squad? Goon squad. 1 health potion. Oh, this might be a 2-time run. Well, we'll see if we can get it done in 1 time. All right. Goon squad. Oh, I don't have anything to buff the goon squad. Oh well. All right. I do have that. Goon squad. Where is he? Keep that. Ooh, eat it, drink it. Ooh. We gotta heal the goon squad. Then we heal ourselves. Then go back to hitting them. All right, something more out. We'll do that again. Go back to hitting them. All right, 1 more. And this is why Godwin died. Man, poor guy. Goon Squad, man. Most underrated some Ash of War, man. Goon Squad all the way. An ear limb counts. Yes. Okay. All right then. So, what are we talking about? Time. Oh, time. Let me read back on the chat. Okay. This guy is a broken bear. Time pollution plus shattering. Okay. So if with time, I believe, you know, Godwin, I'm on board with some of your idea with the time pollution. I think, but I think, in my opinion, I believe time may have. I want to say that it stopped, especially in the Land of Shadows. If that's what you mean by time pollution, or when you, and I think you've mentioned that time pollution was because of the number of somber smithing stones that we see. They're each creating their own warp in time. But is it a warp? Is it a pollution of time, meaning it's speeding up time, slowing down time, or distorting time, or all at the same time? A chunk of Godwin buried in the roots. I think Godwin was all buried in the roots. And then he was his body, or the parasites in the body, infected the roots. And that's why they burned the Earth tree. Oh, hold on. I wanted to show you. Here. So I wonder, we were talking about a timeline, right? I think that was the initial question we were speaking about. All right, so with the way I think that this place took place before Radigan was Elden Lord, I sometimes wonder, how much time was it into the war, or how much time before Radagon became the Elden Lord was this war going on, or how long after was it sealed away? Hold on, because my thinking is, right, so you have it must have been, and let me say this, it must have been closer to Radagon becoming Elden Lord. So let's say that it was probably happening around in the spiral timeline simultaneously, that this place was sealed off around the same time Radagon left Renala. Because if Radagon left Renala to go be with Queen Marika, and Renala heard that, and all the Carian soldiers that were loyal to the Carians heard that, there'd be a civil war here. There'd be more unrest than what we see, right? And to think about it, perhaps that did happen. Perhaps that's why we see only Carians in this castle, and only Erdtree faithfuls on this side, because amidst the crusade, Radagon leaves leaves Renala. They get word of it. Radagon seals off this place, and they can't leave. And now she's stuck over here in her castle because she's mad that her boyfriend mother stole her sister's husband. Okay, then, yeah, then okay, I see what you mean. Thank you, Robotussin. The Tussin. Yes, boss. And this is the drama that we know George R. R. Martin has written, because it's a good political drama, but it's also laced with people's hearts and emotions, their pride. Because if you are in the camp that Rena over there loves Mesmer, but now that her house has been shamed because of Mesmer's mother, despite her love, she can't be with him out of honor for her sister and for the Carians. And that's why there's a separation here. That's why all the Carians and stuff like that are in this here, just in this area. That's why they have a troll protecting the island all of this, why Mesmer's forces are all around her, because his mother said, "Hey, you're in control." And these people are now like, "Oh God, we're surrounded by our allies that are now our enemies," because Radigan left Renala. And that's why her story is so much more somber, because she still has feelings for him. She still carries the swords that, right here, she still carries the swords that Mesmer had made for her. Because her heart still belongs to Mesmer, but because of her honor and her pride for her house, she can't commit. Well, your pharaohs, I mean, they wouldn't know, right? I mean, it'd just be like Jon Snow and Daenerys. They didn't know. They fell in love, but they didn't know that they were aunt and niece, or aunt and nephew, or whatever it's called. They didn't know. And they paralleled Radigan and the Glowmite Queen. I don't know how that. I don't. There's not enough information about the Glowmite Queen. Euron Greyjoy, fantastic name, but Theon Greyjoy was the better one. There's no evidence. There's not enough textual evidence or visual evidence to make a statement like that for me to even back that up, or even think about how to. I don't know. You'd have to explain that to me, because I'm slow. Hey, Joy Toy, nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. Did he do his incantation? Did you see what it was? What's he doing? He's dancing? Square dancing? He's line dancing. Damn, he tricked me. I went to get a drink of coffee and he was like, blam. All right. I was joking. He doesn't know if he wants to kill me or not. I'm waiting for his buff to run out. See if he does it again. Man, I hope in the Tarnished edition we get this horse outfit. Why they even make these? Does this buff last forever? Ouch. Shotgun. All right, let's see. Would it be crazy for me to call the ancient dragons the sun dragons? No. Because they were golden, right? So if the sun was really bright, I think it was you that said that the Elden Ring might have been in the sun, then they would have been gleaming. I mean, beautiful golden rays shining off of them. Euron Greyjoy. Let's see. He says, I think we can see some like father like son stuff with Radagon and Mesmer, and Mesmer's mother Mesmer's mother is the GEQ Glowmite Queen. So it's had me wondering. Also, think it's possible Renala is a silver tier. I don't know where you get that either. A silver tier Renala. Relana, sorry. I know Renala from at the capital, at the Karian capital, is probably Albanor or a silver tier. But Relana? Man, you might have to come on to the call-in show and like tell us what's up, because those are some statements that I don't know how you reconcile any of that. That's interesting. Because with Mesmer being a child of the Glowmite Queen, that's pretty easy because he's got snakes, and everybody believes that the Glowmite Queen is some type of snake adherent of some type, or a snake herself. I mean, that's easy to see. And if you showed Death Knight, this boss says, and if you showed the Death Knight axe, we see sun motifs, and those motifs aren't Godwin's related, but dragon/sun aesthetic. Right. Where is that? Where's that axe? We were looking at that axe I think a couple months ago now. Back in November. Here it is. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the camera up against something. Here we go. So there we see, well, a sun pattern. Okay, I see where you're talking about the halo around the shaft of the axe. Yes. Yeah, that could definitely be a sun. I mean, it's probably what inspired the centipede, cut, because that's probably what his great rune looked like. Bum bum bum, maybe. But what's interesting to me is that on the blade you have the spiral pattern, as you see, wrapped around some type of a mess. Could that be the abyssal serpent? Because that spiral pattern around that, and I'm just going to call it the abyssal serpent because that's what it kind of looks like. And it could be something else. Don't get me wrong. But see that spiral pattern around that mess? We see that appear in the storehouse, 7th floor, I think. Nope. That's here. Nope. Have I not been in the back section? Oh, I know I've been in the back section. Storehouse back section? Let's see. Because I've killed guys. I know I've gone through that whole area. Have I killed guys? I'm pretty sure. Here it is. Okay. Let's see. Let's go up. Oh, right there. You can see it right there. Boom. That pattern that we see there and there, and we also see it on Mesmer's. It's also impelled on Mesmer's sigil. We see it on the axe here. Turn. Do you see it? Damn. There it is. Perfect. You see it? To me, that tells me there's a connection here. It tells me that Godwin was around when this was around. Maybe Godwin was the original baron, the original lord of the castle of this place before Mesmer took it over, before Godwin was assassinated. Or before he decided that he was going to become Elden Lord and took up residence in Lindell. Maybe. Welcome back, Nick. In a genetic sense, looks like Godfrey's ex. Yeah, it does. I, b- I am for in my own headcanon. I'll share this. I've shared it before. I believe Godwin belongs to Godfrey and is adopted by America. I don't, but that's just me. Let's see. Godwin taking dragon symbols as his own is like Godfrey embracing lion symbols after Sorosh. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly it. I would stand behind that statement 100%. I would die on that hill. Nick Murray. Nick, welcome back. Welcome back. This is where the bat statues are. The bat statues. Yes, they're upside down. Those. I see the circles as a synonym as the golden order. Uh, well, boss, I would have to disagree with that statement because the golden order is more of it's a triangle. Remember that Godfrey's axe is supposed to have two blades. He broke it because he's a brute. He is a brute, and he may have broken it on somebody, or somebody broke it when they killed him. Which is fascinating because not only do we kill him, and let's take us out of the equation, but to know that something in the Badlands was badass enough to kill Godfrey, I want that person in Elden Ring 2, The Wrath of Godwin. He may have been hunting dragons with the cult worship, Jake. The cult worship the ancient dragon cult worship the ancient dragons. That was the only thing that the Golden Order would allow to be worshipped besides America was ancient dragons, which is a curious thing, and nobody ever asked why. Why? Why did Radigan allow the worship of dragons alongside America? Do you think the Prince of Death was someone before Godwin? Hmm. That is a good question. At this moment in time, Yofiros, I would say no. And the only reason I say no is because I haven't thought about it. I'd have to think about that. That's a really good question. You're wrong. I think the catacombs show Godwin had a relationship with Godfrey and Radigan. Well, he definitely knew both of them. I will say that. Now, what type of relationship? Was it a good relationship, bad relationship? He knew them both. I would say. I would agree. Let's see. The old sigil before Radigan being Lord. Oh, perhaps. Rouse axe? Let me look at the Rouse axe. I think I have it on me. Do I? Wait. Where is the Roos? Let me get to a Grace. Wait, you think I can make it? Nah. What's up with those? What's with the statue bat statues? Sort chest. We're going for the axes. Axes. Yeah, I threw everything in here I can't use. Rouse axe. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. All right. Here it is. All right. Let's get into the sunlight so we can see what we're looking at. What are we looking at? All right, not Godwin. I guess he suggested to look at this axe. This is, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Some type of Are those are those like maybe my graphic card is dying. Hold on, let's look from this side. Okay, from this side it looks like ghost people, undead, those that live in death, probably those lost in death before Godwin. Reaching out to this figure, it looks like some type of tentacle figure. Could be a worm face person. Could be Marius of the Deep or whatever. There's a spiral pattern down the center that we see. I guess the outside. Oh, the outside's definitely got the spiral pattern on it, and then some type of energy. You could say like a halo, kind of like when you see paintings of like the Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ. They have that halo around in the back of their head. Um, hmm. Let's see. Hey, it would be fun to try and figure out who killed Godfrey. It would be, your Pharaohs, that would be really fun. But how could we even? I've looked at that picture. Somebody with a lot of spears. Dryleaf Aaron is doing an amazing series on Godfrey. Right, he's doing the Godfrey Never Left one. I like your worm theory. Oh, thank you. I mean, the worm theory holds up pretty strong. I think it does. Yeah, it's very parasitic. It's good. And I thank Boss over here for the inspiration. I would have never. Well, wait, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Sorry, the worm theory is the one. Okay, yes, yeah, that one was really good. I thought you meant the parasites with the thing. That was a good one too. I think that one holds up as well. Oh, Ross could have been the Prince of Death. He could have been a Prince of Death. Okay. What's this? Let's read the item description. Sorry. Oops. Come on, item description. Where are you at? Where's my... What the... There we go. Sorry. All right. Usher in... The Usher of Death, Roos. Raus? Who shows the path to the catacombs between the lands between is depicted in the ritual acts. The dead easily lose their way and have always been in sore need of a guiding hand. Okay, but if he was... Godwin, if he was the... quotes Prince of Death, right? It would have said Usher instead of Usher of Death. It would have said Prince of Death, right? Because think about how much more confusing that would have been, right? If they had labeled him a Prince of Death, and then the community would be like, oh, what's two Princes of Death? But that would be, I guess it would be too confusing, right? This whatever this being was. Or is still, I don't think it's a Prince of Death. It could be like the Valkyries that we see in the Scythe, right? It could be the same type of, whatever belief system that you have these beings that take you to the next world. And yeah, see these Valkyries here. According to pagan beliefs, white-winged angels are said to be the death's gentle envoys, right? So if you were a whatever religion you were, you believed in either these angels or you believed in the Rus, right? So I don't think it was Prince of Death. Let's see. Oh, Rus could have been the Prince of Death. Rus, Elden John, Miranda are contemporaries. That what I'm feeling. Perhaps belief in them. Well, belief in Ruth and this person, or the winged maidens here, they may have been contemporaries, but definitely Raus, or whatever you pronounce it, outlasted these winged maidens, and these winged maidens became pagans, right? Pagan belief, it means older, unsanctioned, outside the normal, right? And so if if Rouse is supposed to be leading them, right? He's like this temporary guide, and he's not, and he's not doing his thing. So the religious leaders have to come up with this other way. They start telling like, oh, the reason we have all these ghosts, we have all this stuff going on, is because there's these people lost in death. So now we need a death messiah. We need somebody. So I believe that Godwin, because the finger reader down in the depths says that he was a martyr for destined death. Godwin accepted the duty and was to become the Messiah for those lost in death. So those who are lost in death would become those who live in death, and they would follow Godwin, the Messiah of those in death, to the next world or whatever. But they didn't work out. We know that for sure because of Ranny. Is that hair or tentacles coming out of the baldachin? Man. Let me see if I have one. I'd have to look. I know it looks like a bed chamber, it says. I don't see that I have one. I'll have to switch characters here in a second. And Raw plus the goddess statues are the original owners of the past lands between, and the alien fingers came on the golden star and brought and created the ancient dragons. I don't know, boss. I tend to believe, with knowing Miyazaki track record when it comes to ancient dragons, ancient stone dragons are always the first beings on a planet. It's all about leadership than the first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that. If he's a prince, does that mean that there's a king and a queen? No. No, it's kind of like just like a title, you know. And plus, if you think about it, he would always be a prince because America will always be the eternal queen, right? It's kind of like King Charles was Prince Charles the entirety of his like 78 years of life before his mother died, right? And if he died before his mother, he would always be remembered as Prince Charles before Queen Elizabeth died. I think that was her name. Psychopumps? I don't know what that means. Sorry. I meant on the axe where you're looking at the skeleton. Oh, okay. Let me look. Oh, on this the Rouse axe. Could it be a bed chamber? It's definitely tentacles. You know, let's not get that wrong. But is it tentacles of a hooded person in their hand raised up, and then that's their head that we see covered in thing? That's why I thought it may be a worm face, right? Are the worm faces wanting to be eaten by? Are those lost in death here wanting to be eaten by this creature? Let's go look at a statue of Rau, whatever his name is. Let's see. All right, let's see. Where is the easy one? Oh, right here. Church of Ella. Godwin had death lightning. He had death lightning. That's a good. That's a curious statement. We know he had lightning, but did the death in it come after his assassination? You know what I mean? There he is. All right, so if we look at the axe, he definitely got roots in him. somebody was saying something. Let's see. Can we click on him? What is that he's holding in his hand? A little flame? That doesn't mean he was... Let's find one. Let's find one that works. Well, here. Hold on. Tentacles or roots? Oh man, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. I want to, because I want to be right, I want to say tentacles, but I know enough to know that I may not know, so it's probably roots. Yeah, they're reaching out for it. Yes. Welcome back, your mind. Welcome, Fid. Welcome, Oxnard. Oxnard? Nod? Blah. Isn't that California? Looks like a lizard. He does look like a lizard. He has 3 toes and one hind claw or something like that. Ankle claw, whatever you call it. We're going to go light his little light over here. His little flame. We ain't got no time for aliens today. No aliens today. We're dealing with spiritual stuff. We're dealing with death. Today on the Inquisition Files, death. Is Godwin alone? All right, let's see. Can we light this up? Huh. How come I can't light it up? That's weird. I guess you can't light these up on new game. Yeah, I haven't cleared this one yet. I haven't even been there. Nope. Okay. Anyways, let's see. So, okay, so what we can see from him. All right, these are not the kind of feet we like in the Inquisition. So he's got 1, 2, 3, and that hind claw, whatever it's called. Right there. Definitely a crown. I would say those are roots because the worms that we see, they still have like they still look like worms. And those are too thin. He's definitely got some. It's a good statue. They drew in the stress lines of his veins. His veins are bulging. So I wonder if this creature was actually real at one time. Or if they just decided, like Freddy Krueger, hey, this is what he looks like. Let's see what's underneath here. Oh, that the twin birds? That the birds? Oh, dang. Something else for some reason. Yeah. I mean, what I would question first is that if the roots are part of the sculpture, or are they meant to show that nature's taking over, you know, the passage of time. Let's look at him in a different light. Let's get our black light out. Let's see what we can find. Dun, dun, dun. Definitely was probably golden once. It's got some, or gold lace, gold plated. Look at that toe. Gross. Well, look at his, what is that? His brooch? It's not a, what's it called? A quadrifoil? It's not one of those. It's definitely 8-sided. Thorns? Oh, it could be thorns, Jake. That's a good good assessment there. At Giant Hero's Catacomb, he has a statue holding a staff. Oh, Miranda flower. Ooh. Well, if we turn it this way, definitely. If we turn the light this way, we can't make anything. But if we turn it this way, that's definitely a plant. It looks like a plant with some spore pods or something. Okay, let's go to, what's the name? Giant Hero's Catacomb. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. and there's nothing wrong with watching people's videos, but I just want to caution everybody when it comes to theorizing. When you look at something, think about, are you already biased on what you're looking at because you've been told how to look at it, or you're looking at it because you know what you're looking at, or your mind, let your mind do the connections and see what it comes up with, because that's the only way we can see how close we can get to the truth. Let's not look at things as a collective. Don't look at the things the way I look at them or anybody else looks at them. Look at them the way you look at them. And only then will we be able to maybe figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but one day it will, when you're all old men like me. All right, let's find this. Godwin, that's not him, man. That's a dog, or a cat dog, or whatever they call them. Am I not in the hero's grave? I am. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. My bad. Dang, my bad. That's my reading skills at their lowest. The B-side quivers. All right, hold on. Did I not? I thought I went to the right place. The Giant Conquering Hero's Grave. This one? Which one was I at? Oh, Catacombs. Okay. Maybe the crown is a veneration for the thorns / equals sinners. Since he isn't pierced by the thorns, since they have since those that are being buried / fled to the roads are supposed to be sinners. Hold on, let me reread that. Maybe the crown is a veneration for the thorns equals sinners, since he isn't pierced by the thorns, since those that are being buried / fed to the roots are supposedly the sinners, if I recall. Oh. Well, I thought, Earth Mind, I thought everybody was being fed to the roots. Is he in here? The things that are frustrating to me, the things that are okay. Zonod, we'll just call him Nod. The things that are frustrating to me is seeing characters or plot parallels doesn't indicate a fact. And the second thing is sometimes it's so hard to see slash interpret and understand what you're looking at. Yes. Yes, I agree with you. Burnt and bodiless. We're not gonna touch him. All right, let's look for this one. Oh, you know what? If ever you wonder if there's a door somewhere, just do that. That'll take care of the whole map. Oh god. Oh god, I don't have the right weapon on. Alright, we'll burn him down. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna leave him alone. Erdtree Capital. So we know Lindell was already a place. Oh, he didn't die in one. Okay. All right, let's see. We know the Two Fingers was associated with this place. There's their motifs. Yep. Two Fingers, golden sword. All right. Two Fingers. All right. Looking for Roos. Is he up or down, Godwin? Do you know? Bro. Take the hint and die. Really? Wow. Okay. All right, let's find him. Oh, he should be up there. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Another guy. Another guy wants to be the hero. We don't like heroes in the Inquisition. We're a collective of thinkers. Ah. Am I in the wrong place again? No, this is the hero's grave. Okay, so he's going to be right here. All right, let's get the cheap weapon out. We're just going to... We'll be cheap. Cheap? I mean, we'll take the easy route just for this. For the sake of the conversation. Where is that weapon? There it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. He is holding something there. Well. Dang it. So, let's see. It's a staff. It's got a spiral handle, some type of leafy stuff, and it shoots out the light of the capital. The two finger. Okay, so we have two fingers, the language of the two fingers. There's somebody on Reddit that translated this. Under. I think I may have a picture of that on my phone. The two fingers language. Two fingers. This guy. Could this guy be related to the two fingers? Not like related as a blood relation, but in relation. Could he have been like a like the two fingers didn't have like Valkyries or angels to take people to death or deathbirds, right? So they needed somebody to represent the usher of the dead before the Earth Tree. The staff screams in ear limb. You know what? I want to say that too, but I don't want to say that at the same time. Because I don't want to think. I got to be careful, and I'll tell you, I got to be careful this not to see every spiral as a connection to the horn scent. Because there's got to be, because we know that not everything is connected to something big. Some things just fizzle out. There is no connection, right? If I could get closer to that, I wish there was a way to see, to look at that pattern. I don't know. But yeah, definitely a spiral pattern. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. But you know what? I will say there is a connection between the light that it casts, this golden light, whatever pattern it puts out. I don't know if the pattern is significant, but we know that whoever this person is, Ross, we can say with certainty that it was part of the Erd Tree religion, probably before the Golden Order, right? Probably because this represents the Gold Road. They use the same pattern. The Gold Road is old. This is not a triangle, so it's not golden. It's not Golden Order, not Golden Fundamentalists. So but it's also not Crucible at the same time. This is after post Crucible, but pre Golden Order, this area. So at this time, this guy was the usher of death. Perhaps he was what they told people was going to take him to the Erd Tree. But the light that he puts off also is also curious, and we know that it has a connection to probably to America or whoever, because these creatures, these guys also are encased in the same black miasma or miasma that we see the shadow tree in, that we see so many other things encased in this blackness. Oops, I'm in trouble. So here's a question for y'all. The Erd Tree era without Godfrey? Perhaps. Perhaps that's a good statement. Let me ask y'all, if we could take this light and we see what it does, could we break the curse on the shadow tree if we shun this light on it? If it breaks this black thing that makes these creatures invincible, could the same magic that keeps these creatures also, let me ask you this question, the same magic that keeps these creatures untouchable, is it the same magic that keeps the Evergels and the Shadowlands, the Tower of Near Limb, all outside of reality? It is a secondary effect. And we know it's secondary because this does holy damage. And it's a black. Oop. It's also one of my favorite swords. Of this dark blade. Reduces holy damage or negation, but deals holy damage. It's, oh man, it's, oh, look at that. That right there. Wait, oh, okay, dang. Do you know how close that is to what we see in Farum Azula? That pattern? All we are missing is the two little creatures coming out of the bottom of that. Do all the hero catacombs have two finger? Wait. Is that the Elden ring on there? No, it's a snake. It's a braid. It's a snake. It's a worm. It's a braid. It's something. Oh, snap. Hey. The, that cut content, that cut item, the umbilical cord. That's what that is. Look at that. On that sword. It's the same shape. It's the same shape that we see the snake in that village, the one with the snake skin. The same shape, almost the same shape. Man. Let's look at this guy's guts. See if there's another pattern on the other side of the sword. What's that umbilical cord? Oh man. It must be a worm. Down in the depths, we shall find the truth. Have I not been this place? Oh, I haven't. Oh, Jesus. Oh. He scared me. Scooby-Doo. Yes, umbilical sword. It's Radigan. That's exactly who it is. Y'all think I'm crazy now. Just wait until Elden Ring 2. All of this stuff is being recorded, so I'll be like, hey, you remember on January whatever day? I said this. Y'all called me crazy. Ooh. Ouch. Oh no, I died. The oh man. Oh, Nod. It's not going to give you any answers. Dark Souls 2 didn't give you any answers. If they make this game a trilogy, like the Souls-like version, a trilogy, you'll get the most answers in 3, just like Dark Souls 3. Oh, crystal darts. You know what? That's a good idea. Let me go back. Regain my honor. Where are the crystal darts? There. You believe in me? Thank you. I believe in me too sometimes. But I believe in the Inquisition more. Oh God. Wait. Is that up or down? So scary. Yeah, we're just running for it. Oh, great. That wouldn't be up. Come get me, foes. Dun, 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 dun. I was thinking rather than make a sequel, they should make a No. No, you're on. I think a prequel would be the worst thing. Even though, and I only say that because prequels are awful. They're always done awfully. Look at the Star Wars prequels. And I think that the culture of that we live in now is just tired of prequels. Because when the Star Wars came out with their prequels, everybody was coming out with prequels. I mean, they even came out with a prequel for The Thing, and it was not good. The prequels answer too much, or they don't answer enough. They don't have enough connection or anything like that. Even though I would like for them to maybe make a game that isn't post-apocalyptic. Like, imagine if they had made Elden Ring, the first game, at the height of the world instead of at the end of civilization, when everything's already destroyed. Imagine how awesome that would have been. No. Huh. I guess I took a wrong turn somewhere. Oh well. Goon Squad. Oh. That's no good. Oh. Wrong sword. Did it get him at least? Oh, what the hell? Zamora. In Zamora. Welcome back to the Crucible, ladies and gentlemen. It calls to us. Fighting Grand Sex would have been fun. Yes. That would have been an awesome battle. I think the dragon that we see in the Shadowlands would have been a cool battle too. But you know what I think about sometimes too when I look at Grand Sax and I see that nameless dragon in the giant nameless dragon in the Shadowlands. And then I see the size of Bale and I see the size of Placidusax. And I wonder how did these bigger dragons not become the leaders? Why weren't they the leaders? You know what I mean? You know, like I once had a theory, and I'll say it out loud just so y'all can not believe it, because I don't believe it much now. But I once believed that Grand Sax was the god of what's his name, Placidusax, because let's think about it, right? The god that fled. That means it never returned. Why did it not return? Because it's dead in Lindell. But when I saw this dragon out here in this one here, where is it? This one here. Perhaps that was it. The god that never returned. I don't know. But maybe it was Grand Sax. Because look, it has a weapon. That's something that we don't see any of the dragons use. We see them use lightning, but a weapon? A tangible weapon, a physical weapon? That's another thing a lot of people don't ask. Why, where did this weapon? Crucible was in the water cycle. Jake thinks that Grand Sax is frozen in time. What makes you think that? Honest question. Not pushing back just to be negative. But I'm curious to know what makes you think that. Oh, I can't. These guys. Grand Sax bleeds. Whoa, bro. Okay, we're gonna have to. Oh, I have by confirm. I haven't confirmed. Oh, you haven't. I can confirm that Grand Sax does not bleed. Here is Grand Sax. That's their wing. We can go up and down him. Just not just to prove that we tried multiple areas. That's all. Ooh. We're not gonna pick, oh, I picked it up. Dang. All right, another part. Nope. Ooh, arrows. Nope. Oh, I bleed. But I'm just a man in a mask. Nope. Nope. Main body. Nope. We'll go up. More body. Nope. No blood. Sparks. Ooh, we gotta go. What the hell? Oh, snap. Made my voice crack. Nope. All right, here's his foot. Nope. Let's try his other foot. All right, I'm going to say it's debunked. Ah. Hey, there's something here. Ouch. Oh. Oh, look, I got something. Oh. Not another one. Oh, that thing's going to be in the way, ain't it? Yep. Ah, not for him. Y'all thought I was gonna die. Hey, Jackal. Bell's body doesn't make sense to me. His neck is too short compared to the other dragons, and the closest thing he resembles are worms. You know what? Your pharaohs. That is a fair statement, and it is. And the reason I say it's fair because we don't know if that's Bale's original body. It could be because we know his heart eventually takes over and Bale returns. If somebody killed Bale before, or an animal, or ate a chunk of it, or whatever, Bale returns. I'm just saying, you could be possibly right. Grandsex most likely was the leader of the dragons after Placidusex left and felt threatened towards Lindale and their new sentry. Possibly. That could, yeah, possibly. Let's see. Back from D&D. Welcome back, Jackal from D&D. AT&D. Let's see. I think Bell is a mimic. He's been watching the mimic commentary. Let's see what else. I don't think Bell's a mimic. Bell most likely is a mutated worm dragon after killing many dragons. Possible. But not. Let me reiterate though. Just because I don't believe that's it, him being a mimic, does not make it not true. Right? For me, that I don't see a connection with that, but it could be true. Bill, maybe a winged serpent from Gelmir. Oh, he has a question mark. I don't know, but maybe. and and I know it sounds like I cop out with a lot of this stuff, only because there's no for certain way to know. So everything's possible until proven otherwise. Unless I do it, unless I prove it otherwise. I'm joking. Unless the Inquisition itself, because the Inquisitors they pay attention. They dig through the evidence, visual evidence. We look through the textual evidence with the hypercritical method, the historical critical method. We pay attention to things. The Inquisition will have its answers at one day. Dragons eating dragon hearts gets extra communion. Hey, Jake, I'm not sure if that was a joke, but if it's not, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Let's take for example, what if the reason Placidusax has multiple heads is because he's eaten those other dragons. He's absorbed them. I'm still more certain of Bale being a mutant. Oh, okay. I think he's a goat. Durit says, Bale coming back after being eaten reminds me of Rykard and the serpent. There are similarities, but the thing is, I would ask is that when, well, we don't know if Bale has, if that ability for Bale is a magical thing of spirit, of arcane willpower, or is it because of a parasitic infection like Rykard has? Like the thing pretending to be the serpent, merging with Rykard to, allow him to still have his own sentient mind, or is it pretending to be Rykard now that it's absorbed a demigod? You know what I'm saying? Because in the movie The Thing, once it takes over a host completely, it becomes the host. The mimic becomes the genuine until proven otherwise, until you burn it or hurt it, and it starts every other the thing itself, the beings that are the thing, feel threatened, and then it reveals itself not to be the genuine article. Heartworms. You killed me. You almost got me. You almost got me. You almost killed me. Not Godwin. That shit's funny. I gotta be more careful when I'm drinking my coffee. Wrong. Not Godwin. All right, let's see. Let's pull out the black light. See what's up. Oh. The only time that spell kills something. The only time. That's the first and the last time it'll kill something. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. If anybody wants to join the Discord and continue the conversations, there we have a fantastic Discord with the rest of the Inquisition. Anyways, there we go. Let's see. Here's a question, y'all. Here's a question. Getting off the dragon issue. Later, Godwin. Have a good night, man. Thank you, sir. All right. So, who here believes that the Banished Knights are the original Tarnished? And the reason they're called Banished Knights is because they're the ones that didn't get to flee with Godwin. Holy shit, guys. Who here watches Bonfire VN besides the Inquisition? That you disagree? Why do you disagree? Tell me. I gotta send this to Godwin. Okay, Bonfire VN, just to tell you what I'm doing. Bonfire VN has a video of fractured America at the end of the boss battle with Radigan, right? And he took her fractured head and removed the hair, and underneath the hair there's a pattern underneath it, a raised pattern. And I think the video has been out for a year, so a year that raised pattern has been boggling my mind, and I think the pattern is one of these patterns on this shoulder, on this pauldron, or maybe on this outfit. Dang it. Anyways, boss saucer deleted. What the hell? Boss? But luckily for y'all, anybody in the Golden Inquisitioners Discord, I have the picture right here and I'm about to post it. So don't thank me. Thank Bonfire VN for his fantastic work. I don't know who he is or why he does the work he does, but he does it good. And let us hope he never decides to quit. Man, does nobody PvPing? Nobody's PvPing tonight. Man. Okay. Here's something, y'all. All right, this person here, this burnt person, this malformed individual, I was talking to not Godwin. Or was it Jackal? Dang. But they don't have the hood. They don't have a hood, right? They're like showing their whole ugly face. Burnt and ugly face. What if that person is the evolution of this person? What? Burnt and ugly underneath. And this is why they cover their heads. Whoever this woman is, whoever this, I guess this is a woman too. The Sisters of Battle. And yes, women can have strong noses and strong chins. Like Nordic women, Viking women. You think that's Radagon? Now, the consensus between in the lore community believes that is Radagon, but there's no factual evidence. You just have to decide and hold on to your belief, because the case for Radagon is just as weak as it not being Radagon. I mean, it's just a generic face. A book. A book doesn't tell you anything. He's holding a book. She's holding a book. She's wearing a dress. Radigan pretends to be a woman. Crossdresser? Sure. Ain't no thing. To each their own. He's wearing a hood. I don't see an Adam's apple. It's a generic face. Underneath the hood. A sword. A sword, a robe, and a sword. A cloak. Could it be confessors? Probably. Could it be a battle maiden? Perhaps. But to think Radigan, I don't think so. And no, that's my opinion. But I would suggest everybody, if you look at it and you decide it, keep on deciding, keep on believing that, because you could be right. You could be right, but you have to also recognize that you could be wrong, and you got to be open. Like I'm open. You got to be open to realize when somebody points out something that for sure tells you that it's not or is Radigan, that you must be willing to accept it. You must be willing to accept it, but it's got to be enough proof. It just can't be like, oh, a book, oh, a sword. There's got to be something. There's got to be something so fundamentally truthful that it can't be denied. You have to be open to that. Okay, Jackal, let me give you a little bit pushback on that statement. Correction, Radagon used America's hammer, right? The reason I would say that he's using America's hammer is because in that fight scene, what other weapon is there? He may have been trying to fix the Elden Ring at that point and then failed and then got crucified. Jack is a mimic. Is here. Welcome back, Jack. Thank you. Welcome back, man. Jack is here. The goat. He's returned. Radagon is the Elden Lord. Radagon is Elden Lord. Just hold on. The chat moved. He's the king. It's his age. He decides the order. Just like we at the end of the game. But there are a few facts in this game. There are very few facts in this game, and that's the way it's designed to leave it very open-ended so you can apply your own
your own story to it and bring your own thoughts to it. Yeah, true, but there's the other hammer. But true, but there's the other hammer that talks about him. Well, that's if you believe in the theory that Radigan was the champion spoken of. There's many champions. Just because a term is applied to one person in history doesn't mean it's applied to the same person each time. You got to look at it that way also. Radigan, Jack says, Radigan used America's hammer because America used America's hammer. Yeah, that's, I agree with that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Jackal says, my point was that he's not a hammer user. He's a sword user. He's only using the hammer because that's all he has available. We don't know that. You don't know that for sure. Because the what he brought to the Liurnian Wars, we don't know what weapon he used. He could have been proficient in many weapons. Radagon had the full moon greatsword before he reforged it to the golden greatsword. That is true. That is true. But that doesn't mean he used it, right? It could have been just something he placed on the wall, something he carried with him to to look regal. Boss also says Radagon gave his sword to a miscreant to be given to the Howling Tree. Perhaps. But if he gave it away, did he really care about it? Oh yeah, Jack, feel free to jump in too. I mean, it's an open forum. Everybody's everybody's right and everybody's wrong at the same time. I know, right? Jack is here. Like a political gift. Yes. No, I haven't. And if it's one of your videos, I thought I've seen them all, but I may have missed it. Past lives of Radigan theorizing. That's interesting. That would be, man, that'd be awesome. Let's see. Jackal says, but I do know that for sure because he's not using any other weapon, and we find no other weapons around aside from ours. Wait, when we find him at the end of the game? Uh, Robustin. No, there's not a real consensus, but there's a lot of good theories though. Jack, Jack says yes. With Radagon as a dragon, we can use Bale to understand his rage and hatred. Oh, I've heard that. I've heard you speak on that one. Maybe read it. Last push on the hammer was it needed a giant strength to wield it, like like the theories. Jake, but if America was using it, we see America using it in, well, we never see her use it in game, but we do see her use it in a slideshow at the beginning of your character creation, and we do see it used in trailers. So I would say no, that you don't need giant strength to wield it. Let's see. Your Firo says yeah. Oh, probably to what Jack said. Boss says, I see as the statue is a holy faceless swordsman, a saint as the Limgrave Bridge. A saint as this flat. Maybe. Radigan's, or Jack says, past lives of Radigan, I think, is Discord lore, and in my hidden ARG videos, I haven't done. I mean, oh, okay. Then I've seen you talk about it on your Discord. Then I've lurked on there for a while. I was once known as Prince Lordian. It's a it's essentially that if Radigan is a mimic, it means he can be reborn over and over again, and he would have past lives. And after we get to Lindell in the mimic commentary, we are going to start there. Okay, cool. See, I would not be opposed to Radigan being a mimic. I already believe that he has the ability to shapeshift, whether through like some type of mimicry or merging, like kind of like what's his face does, uh, uh, the Wilder does in Night Rain, using the larval tears or something like that. And I think, and that's why I believe that he is America, but America is not him. They're two separate entities, but he's posing as her, and why she's like either already murdered or in captivity at the time. Jake says, touche. Your Pharaoh's Stormhawk axe has golden lightning. Bale uses golden lightning. Bale uses golden lightning. I thought he used red lightning. Not red lightning, fire lightning, or whatever it is. When Bale dies, he gets hit by golden lightning. Like he's from, I think Not Godwin he had theorized that it represented that Bale's forgiveness. Oh, that's very interesting. That Elden John is Radigan. That's interesting. I'd like to see that. See that connection. That Radigan is similar to the mimic tear husk and similar to the twin maiden husks. Well, we know they're. I would say that's a close parallel, because when we look at Radigan at the end, he is hollow, right? And if he's just a vessel, and are they really alive, or is it just the Elden Ring, or I mean the Elden Beast controlling them as puppets now? You know, do they lose themselves once they become the vessel for the Elden Ring? You know what I mean? Boss also, that could that could be right. You could be right on that. Radagon may be a mimic. The America took it, and that's probably why they cut that mimic content out. Jack says, for me, there are two Americas and mainly Radagons, and many Radagons. Two Americas. I can see the many Radagons, but the many Americas, you have me intrigued because you've said that several times before, and I'm just waiting for the reveal on the two Americas. I really am. Thank you, Jack. You have a good night too, man. Be safe. Thank you for the shout out in the video too, man. It was great. Your Fearos. I can't imagine Bale apologizing to anyone for anything. No, I don't. Well, it's more like, well, I guess you were here when Not Godwin had said that he had raised his hand up for like reaching for forgiveness or supplication or whatever, absolution, and then the lightning hits him. Perhaps I wouldn't say that he's out looking for forgiveness, but he's looking for mercy, right? He's lived this life in half death and in pain, constantly struggling, fighting people trying to kill him. And then at the end, when we finally kill him, he gets hit by that golden lightning. What if, and I ask you this because I'm not sure, I look to your answer. What if that golden lightning that hits him and destroys him finally is the same gods that Fulgor believes in, that we see in Night Rain, right? It's because, you know, his gods are these gods that have golden lightning, golden powers too, like we see, but they are said to hide in the thunder of lightning or something like that. What if there's a connection there that we've not yet seen? Your Fearos. Now we can now we can summon Jack by saying Radigan. Oh, say Radigan 3 times, like Beetlejuice. Radigan, Radigan, Radigan. Oh God, Jack. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, Slope, welcome back, man. A Slope says, I think there is a huge argument to say Radigan is greater wills. Okay, let me slow it down. I think there's a huge argument to say Radigan is greater will inside America. But now I believe Radigan is a split soul clone of America who eventually got his own will, then remerged with her. I disagree, but that is still very possible. The only reason I disagree when I hear stuff like that is because that's a little bit too convoluted, I guess, for when it's probably much simpler. I think, but I could be wrong. The old gods, perhaps. But just because I like things to be simple doesn't mean they're not convoluted also. Let me say that too. Because if Jack's theory of time traveling Mika is true, dang, I can't even keep track with that. That thing's crazy. I think America is gone, as in her spirit left, using the tree, and Radagon is trying to become the god of the age instead of the Elden Lord of the age. Nod, I would agree with almost all of that statement. I would agree with almost all that statement. I would have to think about it just to make sure. But I do believe that America is dead. Oh, I know what I disagree with, that her spirit left. I believe that Radagon killed America, and that Radagon is who we see in the Shadow of the Erdtree trailer, becoming or trying to become the god again. And the reason why he's crucified is because he couldn't repair the Elden Ring. Remember, he tried to repair it, and because he couldn't, he was punished. He was weak. And that's why we need an Elden Lord. Jackal just beat the shit out of the bell-bearing hunter. Good job. Thank you. That guy is a pain in the ass. It's as if St. Trina had used a It's as if St. Trina had used a mimic tier. Okay, your Fearos. I would see. You know what? I would not be opposed to an idea that Saint Trina had used the mimic tier 2 because of the torch that says that this torch depicts an adult Saint Trina unnervingly, right? So she either rebirthed or yeah. She must have been an adult at one point before she got entangled with Mikla. Because she doesn't look like an adult. Oh, well, the parts of her that we can see in her death throes, she doesn't look like an adult to me. Oh, but here, here's an idea that could work. Slope, think about this and let me know. If Saint Trina was an adult, Mikla was a child. In the cocoon, he stole her age and gave his youth to Saint Trina. It was like a reverse or a transferal of curses or energy. Whatchamacallit, TTF, Abraham Lincoln talked twin something transversal fluid or whatever. Remember that? Anybody remember Abraham Lincoln? We haven't seen him in a while, but y'all remember that? It could have been that. He could have taken her adulthood. He took her adulthood and gave it to her and gave her his youth.
Well. That could be. I think there's just needs to be one more evidence for any St. Trina theory. Like St. Trina seems pretty young when we see her, for example. Right. I mean, when it comes to St. Trina, there's not going to be any really whale curse you. There's not going to be. What is that? Oh, the Earth tree's burning. My bad. There's not going to be any more evidence for her, unfortunately, right? She's not going to be in Elden Ring 2, The Wrath of Godwin. She's dead. But, uh, you know what? Maybe we should get a prequel. No, I'll forever be against a prequel. Let's see. Let's see. Saint Trina, for example, is said to be one of those descriptions to take on multiple forms of age, sometimes full adult, sometimes child. Jake. Slope or slope. Slope. I would ask you to send me a link on that or a picture or something, because I don't think I've ever read anything that suggested something like that. I've read this where it suggested that could Saint Trina be a boy or could it be a girl? You know, I've heard that, but never the different ages. I think she's always been a girl except for the torch. Well, you know what, Slope? There was also Elden Ring 2 Ring Ringu, the Ringu. Also, Slope. You know what? It could be if let's now this is going to be high speculation, right? If Radagon has giant's blood, right? If, what if Miklo was a giant baby or a giant child? He was humans, a regular man size growth, 5'8", 5'9", 6 foot, right? But he was a child. I don't know. You know what? That's a dumb idea. That wouldn't work because we see statues of him. What we can assume is him in over here, and he's a kid, right? Unless, well, you know what? That could also work at the same time, right? Because America's huge, Radigan's huge, all the demigods are huge. He could be just like a 6 foot kid. Yeah, why not? Yeah, totally not a hill that I want to die on, but maybe. Let's see what else. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, past 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is. I got to go. Got work tomorrow. Sorry. Uh oh. Final announcements. Remember that we have the call-in show this Sunday, 7 o'clock Texas time. I mean Central Standard Time if you're part of the world. And it's a call-in show. You can talk anything Elden Ring you want, right? And if you want to join the Discord, here's the link to anybody. I think. Oh God. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there should be a link in the and below the video or whatever. That should work. But we also have the question of the week. And this question can go out to everybody. Everybody that's listening. In the future, in the present. This is the question of the week. And if you want to call in and talk about it on Sunday, or if you want to come to the Discord and talk about it, you can. And the question of the week this week is, when you share your Elden Ring theories, is your goal to persuade others or just to share ideas? That is the question of the week. A little reflective, sure. I like it. I think it's a good question. I'm pretty sure Jackal hates it, but that's okay.
But yeah, that's the question of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's it. So, hold on, one more thing. Let's see what boss says. Reflection of the reflection of the week. Thank you, Jackal. I appreciate it. The giants are trolls and EG fearing light from the greater will. Math suspect lore to me. Trolls with little tombstone generators in their chests. You know what? Slope. Oh man, I really want to. Come back tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Let's not forget. Let me write a note. Let me write a note on that one because the little tombstone thing inside that thing. I want to talk about that. Okay. Let me write a note. Let me get so I can put it on my whiteboard. Tombstones. Giants. In giants. All right. Yep. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyways, everybody, thank you for watching. Everybody in the future, thank you for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow. Be safe. Dun, dun, dun. Outro music. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.